I would tend to be pessimistic with respect to a negotiating process in the short term, but I think it is our only long-term viable mechanism for dealing with the Iranian nuclear program, which is to say that I do think that we can establish constraints that are sufficiently durable from the perspective of the international community, that we can arrive at a solution that is tolerable to both sides, although not preferable to either side. There's sufficient evidence in the past that the Iranians have been willing to do that under pressure. And there's sufficient evidence in the past that even an administration less predisposed toward engagement was willing to contemplate a negotiating process with Iran. That said, I think that our difficulty at the moment is the time frame and the sense of urgency that has infected the discussion. If we are truly in a question of trying to beat the clock with respect to the zone of immunity, I am deeply skeptical that we will be able to bring the Iranians to the table in a sufficiently persuasive fashion over the course of the next 6 months to extract the level of concessions that we would need from them in order to offer anything in terms of reciprocity from this side. And I think that it is this period that we have to navigate. Moving forward, negotiations are viable. They would require, painstaking effort on our side. I think they almost at this stage necessitate the involvement of a third party that could play the same sort of a role that Algeria played during the 1980-1981 arrival of the Algiers Accords that ended the hostage crisis, interpreting one side's intentions and motivations to the other. And they would require a considerable degree of dialogue with all of our allies in the region, and I would expect the extension of specific security guarantees to the Israelis in particular. That is a long-term prescription that is simply not viable over the course of the next 6 months.